Every time I get in there, they do it. Knock me out.
Technology.
So I'm ready to
Oh, I know.
I know. Do you need this? Yeah, take it.
It's just like, oh yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, he was Henry. He, sorry. He is the owner of the station, the studio, all of the techie things, and so there's he does so much that I'm like, I just do it. I don't want to know.
So, a question for you.
Yeah.
As far as women and pregnancy and stuff like that,
Yeah.
do you have a source for somebody who does hypnotherapy?
I have a couple of sources for people who do.
Yeah, no, because I have a real good friend of mine up in Canada.
Oh, okay.
And his name is Detlef Fried, and he's actually, I think he's like the president of the whole Canadian Hypnotic Society. And so he was really funny. He says, I get women pregnant just through the screen. I was like, well, that's pretty impressive.
I love that.
He's so funny.
Yeah, I'm always open to meeting more people and learning about what they're doing, and especially really cool stuff like that. I think that's important. So yeah, I'd love to meet him.
I'll send you his information and introduce you guys, because I think you guys. I was actually thinking about him the other day because one of my colleagues at work, she was diagnosed with PCOS. I've had it for 40 years, so I know exactly what that's all about.
Yeah.
But she said, it's like, I'm trying to get pregnant. And I thought of him. I said, oh, you know what? I think she needs to talk to this guy. It just would be worth it because, I'm a firm believer that I don't care what you have. It's just like, if you want to get pregnant, you will get pregnant.
Yeah.
There might be some other things going on, like, more of the unconscious, mind and, emotional stuff that contributes to it as well. But.
Yeah, I think it's important. I mean, that's kind of, at least in part, why I wanted to put together a program like this, because of course I deal a lot with the physical stuff, but in this program it really is it's me doing what I do and what I'm good at, but then it's also my goal. I always want to bring in people who are outside of that.
It's really addressing everything, and some of us are better at one aspect than the other. I mean, it's just the way it is, and
Agreed.
Cool. All right.
Well, thank you so much. It was great to see you again, and great having you on.
Great to see you as well. Yeah. Well, have a good rest of the summer and enjoy your meat locker.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited.
I mean, I had to laugh when you said a pig and a half. I said, oh yeah, bacon.
Yep.
Gotta have bacon.
Gotta have bacon. I think that's what my husband's most excited about. He's like, we're gonna get a lot of bacon, aren't we? I'm like, sure.
Bacon's awesome.
It is.
But,
so good.
There's nothing like having, because we used to, when I was a kid, we used to raise all our own, poultry and livestock and stuff like that for our own use. And, I really miss that because it just, you knew what you were feeding it. Yeah. And it just tasted so much better. Mm-hmm. Whereas, you don't know what you're getting. It's like mystery meat because some of it's genetically modified or, I'm like, I'm a chicken. I can't eat chicken anymore. I just can't.
I know. Yeah,
it's like, oh my God, no, I don't even know if it's like 3D chicken or 5D. I mean,
it's the truth. And who really thought that doing all of this stuff to our food supply was okay? I mean, it's not okay. It's awful what we're doing.
Well, and this, I'm going to ask you one other thing too, because I think this is interesting. I got this huge insight probably about 6 months ago. Why is it there are more issues with women's health than men's health? Mm-hmm. And it's always been that way historically. Mm-hmm. And I got this huge epiphany. It's because women had been their power had been taken away from them. And they had to suppress who they were. And I'm like, whoa, because you don't see, in contrast to the volume of people with female problems versus the population of men who have male problems, it's so top heavy women
Yeah.
over men.
It is.
And it's just like, and I realized, oh my God, so it's like the generation to generation.
So you cut out for half a second. So say that one more time.
I said, you know, when people have fibroids and stuff,
Yes.
that's usually a genetic predisposition that's like ancestral. It goes, you know, generation after generation after generation. And I'm thinking to myself, that's one thing. And then PCOS, it's like, when you look at PCOS, it's like suppressing the female, you know, so you could become more masculine, so you could fit in and survive. It's just like, holy crap. I'm like, so we're really witnessing what happens when females, the feminine power is like suppressed.
Yeah. I mean, it's true, you know, it's epigenetics from a historical perspective, and so what you said, it's would you say it's, you didn't say it was heredity, it's ancestral. So it's that it is, there were those SNPs that were turned on. What's cool is we can take it and we like make it sciencey, but it's emotional, it's trauma, it's generational, you know, it's fascinating.
It's so fascinating. And you know, the whole trauma, childhood trauma thing linked to like adult diseases now, it's like that is really starting to come to the forefront. Whereas 20 years ago when it was discussed, and you know, some of the physicians back 20 years ago wrote papers and stuff like that, and it's just like it was never really embraced until it is now. So these people like were ahead of their time, but thank God they did the research and stuff, because we know this is true. I mean, yeah, it's just crazy making. So it's good. I'm optimistic. I think there's a lot of cool things that are going to happen. A lot of people are going to be stepping into their power and you know, creating something different in the future for sure.
Good. I hope so, because I mean, we're just in that place where there's so much intensity, the energy, everything. I mean, I'm not an energy whisperer, but there's so much intensity all around the world that you're like, I pray that that's what happens, is so much goodness comes out of this angst.
It's like, just remember, when things move from, that stuff has always been there, but it was probably more unconscious. And now it's moving into consciousness. So whenever there's that shift from what you can't see to now you could see it, now you could do something about it, and then you can move forward.
Okay.
So this is actually good.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why, because we've transitioned from it not being seen, now it's seen it in our face. Now we could do something about it.
I love that. Good. There's hope.
There's lots of hope. I'm not giving up yet.
Good. I'm glad.
All right, Nikki, I gotta go.
All right.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. We'll see you later on.
I'll get your email and send you this information on DLive.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
It's still going? It said it was not going, so I don't know what happened. I did.